I had a therapy session today. Yes, the dark skin activist. I am getting therapy, and I just wanted to come on here. That's what prompted me to share my experience. I've always been very transparent with people, especially regarding this dark skin thing, because I always want to help people. That's always been the goal. So that's what prompted this video today. To talk about the trauma that I've experienced. Just being a dark-skinned woman and going through this world, being abused in a myriad of ways, and just being traumatized, and just encouraging those of you that might be listening, because I know that this message might be out there for somebody to hear. And that's why I believe that God put it on my heart to just come on here and share my experience with y'all. And I want to say thank you to everybody that's listening, and thank you to everybody that has subscribed. My name is Rashida Strober. I am the world's first and only dark skin activist. I created dark skin activism in 1998, before there was social media, before there was YouTube, before there was Facebook, the way the internet is right now. I created the first platform in history for the eradication of darkism, what some would call colorism. And I started the movement in 1998 because I had been abused as a dark-skinned child growing up for being dark-skinned and having nappy hair. And there was no dark-skinned activists in 98. There was no YouTube for people to talk about it. So I created it because it was the big elephant in the room in the Black community. And so around 2009, 10, I brought it, the very first platform to talk about the topic of colorism. I brought it online. There was nobody else talking about it. And that's very important to me because that's a part of my traumatization as well. But I need for people to understand this, why I do what I do. And people said I was crazy for talking about my dark skin experience and calling myself the dark skin activist. And, I got all kinds of hate from everybody in the Black community online. But then a funny thing happened. They started copying me, and you started to see channels pop up where people were making money talking about colorism and dark skin. And now today, I am the reason, and I don't say that to brag, I'm saying it because it's the truth, that other channels, celebrities, other people are talking about dark skin, because I started the movement and popped everything off. I've written more books on dark skin than anybody in the world, including Darkism, How to Be the Hottest Dark-Skinned Chick on the Planet, which is the first motivational book for dark-skinned females, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, which is the book version of my play, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment, and there are others. My website is darkskinactivist.com. So fast forward to 2021, I'm in therapy right now, and I had a therapy session today, and I encourage dark-skinned women, to follow me in this journey. There's some journeys, there's peaks and valleys, highs and lows in this thing called dark-skin activism. And last year, I began to be gang stalked online. I had false accusations made against me. CPS was called on me. I was threatened with death by a myriad of people. And, I took all this information to the police, and no one did anything about it. And as a result, I have suffered a ton of trauma. I have chest pains. I've been to the doctor for chest pains several times. I have anxiety. I have depression. I have caught pure hell. And I'm here to share my story again, because I know that there are a myriad of dark-skinned women and Black women that are suffering in silence. But I don't want you to suffer in silence. I want to come and share my story with you to let you know what I have gone through. And I have gone through hell. I am still going through hell and suffering as a result of my fight to free myself from this oppression called darkism and racism in this country. And it's just been hell. And I'm here to tell you that dark-skinned women, I'm not the only dark-skinned woman that's traumatized, but I've decided to stand up and fight And as a result, I just want to let you know that when you stand up and fight, when you open up your mouth, people will do everything they can to berate you, beat you down, to stop you. And that there is going to be some times where you are going to go through trauma. You're going to go through anxiety. You may experience, because some of us, we try to act like and pretend that we don't feel these things, but we do. That's why I'm telling you, like I said, I had a therapy session this morning. It was at 9 o'clock this morning. I've been in therapy for a minute, and I'm going to keep going through therapy because it does actually help. I myself offer darkism counseling. I've been the strong one that helps other people, but sometimes the strong one got to go and get some help so the strong one can keep going. And that's exactly what I've had to do. I've had to seek therapy. I've had to seek therapy as a result of what I have been going through for almost a year. Like I said, with the gang stalking, with the death threats, with the false calls to CPS, with the online terrorism, the lawsuits I've had to file. It has taken a mental toll on me, with reporting it to the police and the court system. And as a Black woman, I'm here to tell you that they're not here to help you. You will be allowed to be traumatized. And now I know how Fannie Lou Hamer must have felt when she was out there trying to get voting rights established, and she had the death threats, and she went to the police and they didn't help her. Same thing, the police hasn't helped me, and I have been deeply, severely traumatized as a result. And no one believes you. They don't believe you. They don't understand, but you still go and seek help. You know what you're going through. I understand what you're going through. I know what it is. I want to encourage dark-skinned women, even if people, because what they'll try to do, because they devalue you because you're dark-skinned. That's why, because you're a Black woman, because you're a dark-skinned Black woman and a Black woman in general. So you're gonna always be devalued. Your story is not going to be believed. People are going to devalue you because you're dark-skinned. That's a fact. They'll deny it. They're gonna always say, no, this isn't the case, to try to cover it up. But that's what's going on. But I'm here to validate and stand as an example of, we are traumatized, and I am extremely traumatized. I went through months of having chest pains. I mean, my chest felt like a month ago when I was at, I've been working on my lawsuits and my cases and dealing with, the legal side of this, because I'm a fighter and I'm not going to stop until I get justice. But I had to go to the emergency room. First, I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, just go to the emergency room, because I had chest pain so bad that I felt like my chest was going to explode. I felt like it was going to explode, and, when I got checked out, it wasn't, I don't have heart problems. The doctor ruled that out. It's the stress of going through the traumatization of what I've been through, fighting for dark skin activism and fighting against the oppression of dark skinned women and the attacks that I've undergone online, and fighting and saying, no, I'm not going to take this. I'm going to stand up to this. And then going within the system to the authorities, the police, the court system, and they're denying me justice at every turn. That's enough to make anybody have chest pains, have anxiety, being stalked, being harassed, not being believed. Man, I'm telling y'all, I've been through hell. That, I feel like all these processes of what I'm going through with people not helping me, I feel like they are trying to kill me. I feel like they do want me dead. I mean, I've been told several times, that I should be dead, literally. So while I'm a strong person and while I'm a fighter, I'm a human being. And they try to dehumanize dark-skinned women. But I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you, I'm a living testament. They try to dehumanize us and ignore us. They talk down to us. They try to dismiss the crimes that have happened to us. They try to do everything they can to dehumanize us, just like with slavery. It's no different. I'm just the modern day version of that. And I'm not the only one. By no means am I sitting here saying that I'm the only dark-skinned woman that is going through this, because I already know that there's millions of us that's going through this. And I acknowledge you. I want you to know that I don't like people plagiarizing my work. But let me get one thing clear. I'm against the marginalization of dark skinned and Black women being abused and traumatized online and in life. I am wholly against that. And that's why I'm here to share my story, to say, hey, stand up to it. If you are a victim online, do what you need to do. Even though the authorities, you may not be believed, still go to them. That's your right. Still go to the authorities and file a lawsuit if you have to. File a complaint with the police if you have to. Do all of that. Get therapy. Get therapy. Get therapy. I cannot stress that enough. Do not be afraid to seek help, because that, what I said, I'm seeking help. I'm not going to sit here and continue to suffer in silence. I'm not going to sit here and, not stand up for my rights. I'm going to exercise my rights. And, I like to talk about the benefit of the doubt, and I like to give the Black women credit who brought this up when they talked about the benefit of the doubt in regards to the white woman that said that a Black 14-year-old boy that he, give me a second, y'all. Hold on one moment, y'all. That's actually my attorney. Give me a second, calling me. Give me a second. Hold on one moment for me. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. My apologies, y'all. I apologize about that. I had to consult there with my attorney. But anyway, I'm gonna move on. So yeah, drama news 7 your entertainment television. We got, you said you want to join the thing with me. You know what we can do? We can I don't have time to do it like right at this moment, and I apologize for it because I actually got to step out probably in the next 15-20 minutes, but I would love to uh speak with you or whatever. I normally don't have people join my lives because of all the trauma that has been caused over the last year when people did that to me. Um, so yeah, but yeah, that's something we might do. I'm about healing for dark skinned women. I'm about healing. Understand that very clearly. Just because I come on here and I speak about, you know, people plagiarizing my work and copying me, that does not mean that I don't care about the state of Black women, because God knows I do, and God knows the heart. I do. Um, I know that there's millions of dark skinned women out there and dark skinned people that have been traumatized. Make no mistake about it. And I feel for y'all because I'm going through the same thing. I've been going through it. I've been going through it since the day I came on this earth. Like I said, um, when I was a little kid, black and ugly, crusty, nappy headed, African booty scratcher. That's why I started dark skin activism, because I wanted to do something about this trauma that goes on in the Black community, that where dark skinned people are disparaged due to their skin tone. Dark skinned people are disparaged by other dark skinned people, and dark skinned people are disparaged by other Black people because they're dark skinned, and there's no empathy and there's no compassion, no benefit of the doubt, like the sister said. That's the point I was making before. And those of you that just tuned in, I had to take a pause. There's going to be like probably about a 10-minute pause so y'all can find the timestamps, because I had to consult on the phone. My attorney actually had just called me and I had to talk to my attorney. But anyway, you can figure out where the timestamp starts. But I was talking about there was a white woman that accused a 14-year-old Black child of stealing her purse. I'm sorry, her phone, and he didn't. And then there was some sisters that did some commentary. I can't remember their name. I love to give credit where it's due. I don't take from my Black sisters online. I'm not going to ever do that. I'm not going to do what was done to me. Anyway, they talked about the benefit of the doubt. And, dark-skinned people, dark-skinned women, we're not given the benefit of the doubt. That's the problem. We are not given the benefit. And that's a part of the reason why we also need therapy. That's a part of the reason. We need compassionate, empathetic people. And, I'm always skeptical because I'm a Black, dark-skinned woman. I'm skeptical and leery of people. Do they really care? That's the first thing I think in my head, because you never know. You grow up in this society, it fucks your head up, and you mistreat it. So you're trying to figure out who really cares. So when we do have these figures, we do have these people that you get therapy from, in the back of my mind, because I'm so traumatized, I'm always wondering, who really. I see your message, Drama News 7 Entertainment, and I'll make sure I give you a call. Dark skinned women, we're okay. Well, I'll call you first, like when I'm done with this, and maybe we could come and do another live. I just don't want to. I would prefer just to discuss it with you. That's another part of my traumatization. I'm telling you, from what people doing, they get upset and mad when you come out and you talk about your problems and what you've been through, and then they attack you for it, and they traumatize you even more, instead of trying to understand what the person is going through and empathizing with the person. People will create more trauma. They'll cause you more trauma by not acknowledging what it is that you've gone through. And that's what a lot of people do. That's what a lot of people, that's what I found. You know, it's entertainment for them. This is not entertainment for me. People are entertained by your suffering. When I've been the dark skinned activist since 1998, it's always been real. This is real. Now, yeah, I do got my plays, and that my play, A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge, I call it edutainment. That's for entertainment. But what I'm going through, this is not for entertainment. This is my real life struggle. And it's sad that people are actually, they love to see you go through misfortune. They love to see you doing bad. They love to see you, especially with social media. People love to put people on blast, if you will, and they enjoy your suffering. They're happy if you are suffering. I'm going to even venture as to say a lot of these people, they didn't care about George Floyd. May George Floyd rest in peace. May George Floyd, and shout out to the young lady that what's her name? Y'all want to tell me her name? She was the one that took the video, and I don't think she was doing that for no social media. She had no idea what was going to go down. Danella, I think that's her name. Shout out to her. You know, I feel like a lot of people, they only went to protest because they could put it on their social media. They didn't care about George Floyd. They didn't care about that man dying. They could care less about him. They used George Floyd's situation to get subscribers on their channels, to get more viewers on their social media. They used his death. And the reason why I can speak on this freely is because I've been the dark skinned activist before there was social media. I've been protesting and fighting for the rights, the human rights of Black people before there was social media. I want this to be well understood. Before social media. Okay? I did not jump on or make videos about George Floyd because I wanted to build up no. I was with the Uhuru movement in St. Petersburg, fighting on a grassroots level. We used to go door to door, knocking on people's doors, inviting them to community meetings. I used to go out and get lawyers to work on cases pro bono before social media. I want to drive that point home. Before YouTube. The majority of these people wouldn't have said nothing about George Floyd's death if they didn't have a YouTube, if they did not have a Instagram, if they did not have any type of way to go and display. I remember what's that one chick on the Housewives of Atlanta? I don't feel she's sincere. Portia, that's her name. Okay. They use, even as so far as reality TV people, using it as a storyline. I don't believe that's sincere. You using that for a storyline. Where were these people? I respect the OGs that were the real activists before there was a social media. That is what I'm saying. That is why I speak so highly of the Uhuru movement. Say what you will about them. Shout out to the chairman, Omali Aishatella, the real OG. These fake people coming online now talk about Black power, this, that, and the third, pro-Black. No. If you really want to understand and learn about human rights and Black power, look at the people that was going before there was social media. The rest of y'all are fake as hell. I can't respect you. I cannot. If you're using somebody else's misfortune because you want YouTube subscribers, because you want Facebook followers, shame on you. And I could truly say my track record, I got a track record of being in a movement for real before there was social media. That separates me from you folks that's hopping on the bandwagon on social media or on any form of social media, Facebook, you know what I mean, reality TV. That disgusts me. I look at you with a side eye. And the people that's just coming along in this generation, y'all are not going to know that because y'all was born in the social media area or you came of age. And so you can't separate it, but I can. I know the reals from the fakes. And I'm not going to sit here and say that social media is not a good thing, because social media is good in that it exposes what's been going on in the Black community in terms of police brutality, in terms of, Black women, dark-skinned women being mistreated. That's a good thing. But don't be using my suffering to profit off of. That pisses me off. I don't like that. Don't use George Floyd's suffering. That man is dead. And y'all know half of y'all wouldn't have gave a damn about that man if you ain't have a YouTube channel to put it on. Me, on the other hand, if it would have happened, I remember when Tyronn Lewis, same thing happened with Tyronn Lewis in 1990. What was that? 97? This was before social media. Where was I? Right there with the Uhuru protesting. So it wasn't new to me to hop on social media and go to a protest. I wasn't doing it for social media. This is something I've been doing. That separates me from you. Yes. Because you're not sincere. That's the problem. Anyway, I just don't like it. I don't like when people sit there and profit off of the suffering of other people and you're not sincere. You don't really care. You don't give a damn about what the person is really going through. You just want to come on there and talk about it for views. This is what is going on with social media with Black people. We're exploiting each other, and I don't like it because I ain't that type. Now I come on here and I talk about my books. You damn right. You pay me for my books. You pay me for my time. Pay me for my play. You know, but I'm not about exploitation. That's never been who Rashida is. And I got my track record to prove it before there was social media. Again, before there was social media. How many of you can say that? How many of you can say that? A lot of y'all can't say that. I know the brother Sonetta, shout out to Sonetta. Sonetta is one that can say it. That brother had a track record of fighting for Black power before. So it's a few of them out there that can say that. Again, Chairman O'Malley, I should tell her, respect. Respect. Okay, Chimaranga. You know, all the cameras that was in the Uhuru movement, I'm talking pre-social media. Y'all got my respect. Even if I know you was there and you really cared, because it was no bright lights. It was nobody to sit there and say, let me put the camera on you. You was doing that from your heart. You was doing that from your soul because you for real wanted to see Black people for real free. Queen Afua, her contribution, people like her. A lot of Black women came online and swagger jack Queen Afua. You're not Queen Afua. Queen Afua been doing this shit since the 60s. Respect. We gotta pay respect. We're traumatized. We're traumatized as Black people. I've been traumatized. Like I said, I have gone through so much. My medical chest pain, anxiety, depression. I have suffered as a result of the constant gang stalking that has taken place, and there is no protection. I can tell you right now, a part of that trauma and suffering and anxiety and chest pains and the sickness the headaches that I've undergone. I had to even get medication for the severe headaches that I have been experiencing since this has happened to me, and they're very severe. There is no protection. A part of it comes from the law not protecting the Black woman. That is racist in and of itself. There is no protection. It goes back to we are not afforded the benefit of the doubt. Nobody believes us. People could do whatever they want to do to dark-skinned women, and nobody does anything to help you. You understand? Nobody reaches out to you. You have to go out and seek out your own help. You know, you have to take care of yourself, dark-skinned women, because there's nobody going to take care of you. I can tell you that right now from my personal experience of what I've gone through. Nobody helps you. You know, nobody believes you. You're just allowed to be traumatized. Why do you think that there's so many unsolved cases where Black females have been murdered, Black females turn up missing? Okay. Because no one gives a damn. They allow it. I'm telling you, the systems allow you to be continuously abused, and you bring it to them and you do the right thing and you say, I'm not going to react to violence. I'm going to go to the authorities who are there to supposedly they're supposed to be protecting everybody in America, but not when it comes to the Black female. I'm telling you, we are not protected. The authorities are not going to protect you. That's why I had to seek therapy and I had to get some help for myself. I had to help myself. One of the things I will tell you, dark-skinned women, that I've learned from my therapy is the meditation. Meditation is good. I would encourage you to meditate. I'm also going to I want to let y'all know I might make a video about this tomorrow, because I'm thinking about it. Starting April 1st, I'm thinking about doing a 7-day juice fast. And I don't know if y'all are interested in doing that, but that's one of the things that actually has helped me. I do drink a lot of fruit and plant-based juices. When I say fruit, I'm talking about from the plant, not the stuff you buy at the store. I think that my diet has helped me out a lot. I had a person that because of them, I was able to go to a resort for a week. So I do want to say thank you to the people, the supporters out there that are empathetic to me as a dark-skinned woman. You understand. I want you to know that I thank you and I'm very grateful to you. I just need, because I know I talk a lot about the problem, but the people that have actually supported me, I want you to know I am so grateful to you. There are no words to express my gratitude to you, because I do got some people that are supporting me. And that's what you have to have. That's another thing I want to tell you, dark skinned women. You need a support system. That's another thing I learned from the therapist. You do got to have a support system, because this thing, that's why a lot of dark skinned women, you see a lot of them end up homeless. They end up losing their minds. They want you to be that way. But you don't have to do that. You go out and you galvanize your support system. You get you a support system. You get anybody that will listen. You go to medical professionals. You know, I went and got me some professional therapy. I'm currently undergoing therapy for all of this right now. And that's what I'm encouraging you guys to do. I'm sharing my story with y'all because I know what it feels like. And I'm going to do more of these therapy sessions here because I want to start doing more. I've been doing darkism therapy for years. In fact, I created the first darkism colorism therapy ever. I do that myself. You can go to my website, darkskinactivist.com, and you'll see that I do offer sessions. But, you know, I know everybody can't afford to necessarily pay for it out of their pocket. So I'm going to try to come on here. I'm going to try my best to come on here with my therapy for dark-skinned women, because of what I went through as the dark-skinned activist and what I'm still going through. And I know that there is so much pain and so much suffering that's out there that's going on among dark-skinned women. A lot of y'all end up on drugs. Thank God I've never had a desire to succumb to that, and I encourage you not to either. I'm too good for drugs. I'm too good for alcohol, and I'm too good for anything that's going to distort my brain. You're too good for that. I want you to know that, because that's another trick that they want you to get caught up in. Don't do it. I've seen a lot of dark-skinned females succumb to alcohol and drugs because of darkism. No, we're not going to do that. You got to keep your mind strong to fight. That's why I love Chairman Omali Ashitella, because I'll never forget him. He's a vegetarian. He used to tell us at the Sunday meetings, he was like, no, drugs and alcohol ain't got no place here. You got to stay strong so you can mentally fight. I never forgot that. That's why I love the chairman to this day. I think back to some of the teachings when I was in the Uhuru movement, and I read his book, Why I Became a Revolutionary. You know, you gotta galvanize the strength of the dark-skinned ancestors that came before us and the Black people that came before us. Think about the Harriet Tubmans. Think about the Fannie Lou Hamers. I love Fannie Lou Hamer. Connie Burton. Shout out to Connie Burton. If you don't know who Connie Burton is, you better go Google her, man. She's a woman that I admire because of her strength and her fight. And this dark-skinned woman don't play. Like, I got so much admiration for her. She's like on the level, even though y'all might not know who she is, she's on the level of a Fannie Lou Hamer, of a Harriet Tubman. That's how much respect I got for her. I'm hoping that maybe I could get her on here. Like, I want to interview Connie Burton. Like, I want her to come onto my platform. Like, I worked with her in the Uhuru movement when I was in it at the time, and her strength is like, damn, the ancestors is giving it to her. Some people, God has given the ancestor strength to them. I kid you not. Connie Burton is one of them people. Shout out to you if you're ever listening to me. But yeah, that's what I want to say today. I'm gonna come back on here again. If y'all like my therapy for dark sessions, let me know. I'm gonna reach out to the person that gave me their number. I got to get out of here. I want to say that I love y'all. Just because I talk about the plagiarism, I don't like the people stealing from me and my working ideas. I don't like that. I'm never going to like that. But I have love for you all. I care about you all because you are human beings. I am going to call you, but I can't call like right now because I actually got to get out of here. I got some appointments, but this is what God put on my heart to come on here and tell y'all. I hope somebody benefits from this, that it's okay to seek therapy. All that strong black woman crap. If the dark skinned activist, and I'm a very strong woman, is coming on here telling y'all I am in therapy, you should know. Okay? Now, I want you guys to make sure you help to support financially. I'm in a legal battle right now. I need your financial support. Expenses that I've incurred and continue to incur. How can you help? You can go to my Cash App, which is $rashidalala, and I'm going to put that in the description. My PayPal, which is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com, and please make a contribution. It's a struggle. It's always been the financial struggle. I need you guys to support. I gotta get out of here. I'm getting too many calls here, but I need you guys to support. The Cash App is $rashidalala. The PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. And anybody that gives $40 or more, I will send you an autographed copy of one of my dark skin books. So once again, the Cash App, folks, and I prefer Cash App because I get access to the funds quicker and it helps me out faster, but I can't tell you how to give. The Cash App, once again, I'm just going to get it. I'm just copying it there to make it easier. But the Cash App is $rashidalala. Once again, $rashidalala. Support. And I love y'all and I care about y'all and I'm praying for y'all and I ask y'all to pray for me. And if you need therapy, I want to encourage you to go on and get you some therapy. Go on and get you some therapy. Okay. Do it. I'm encouraging you to do it. You matter. You're important. Your life is important. You have just as much of a human right to be on this earth as anybody else. I love y'all. I'm signing out. Rashida Strawber, the world's first and only dark skin activist. Darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Cash App is $rashidalala. Thank y'all. Like the video, share the video, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will know when I go live. Dark Skin Activist, I'm signing out.